Hey everyone, here from the Ditto House. Day one of writing, almost coming to a close. This is my writing setup. I'll probably be here for the 14 writing days. We didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock last night because this house is active. There are so many things I have already ready to write for my diary. That's going to be the end of the book. But got a good start. I'm probably going to only finish chapter 1 tonight. But chapter 1 is really important, and I've already got the groove and tone of the book worked out now, so it should be more smooth sailing tomorrow. And I will check in again tomorrow with some more updates, maybe from a different location in the house. But I want you to see how my pretty much permanent writing setup is going to be, unless I take my laptop to the nursery or I'm sleeping in the murder room. That's got an interesting backstory. Has a lot of activity in it, and yeah, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking in. All right, checking in from the backyard of the Ditto House. Day 2 of writing. Got about as many words today as I did yesterday. Completed 2 chapters, so I'm still right on course. Had a couple things come in I didn't expect. Introduced some ghostly apparitions a little bit quicker in the book than I thought I would, but hey, you know, when the ghosts speak, we listen. And it's beautiful. I think we have a storm about to roll in back here. I don't know. And there's Ernie and Denise.
Howdy, howdy.
We're having taking a break. We have some whiskey. No, not whiskey, I'm sorry. Amaretto sours. I don't know why I said whiskey. I don't even drink whiskey. That was weird. But now it's nice out. And I do have to probably have another 30 minutes of writing tonight before I'm satisfied with where I'm going to end, but just wanted to check in. And I know I promised I would do one of these from the nursery. That is still coming. I'm still kind of scared to go in there for long periods of time. So catch you guys later. Bye. 1. All right, here we are, day 3 of writing at the Ditto House, Kentucky's most haunted inn/bed and breakfast, old bed and breakfast,
House.
Post office,
House.
military hospital. Every time I say something, you say house. There's Red, our resident dog.
Say hi, Red.
Yeah. So nothing to do with the actual writing, but last night we had a pretty intense lightning storm come through. We did a little bit of ghost hunting. Got some stuff on the tracer lights and had some REM pods and the apps and stuff, so that was fun. But yeah, writing is still on par. The book always, whenever I write, it always takes a weird turn sometimes, and for those of you who know stuff about the Ditto House and have ever heard of Squatch Man, well, he entered today in the narrative. I got him.
The one and only Squatch.
Yeah, I got him and you, and out at Fort Duffield. So that's the scene I wrote today, looking at the forest people, and here we are. This is the parlor, and super excited for tomorrow's writing because the book is starting to get good. I've gotten past the boring intro. And I'll report back in tomorrow. So good night, everybody. Coming to you again from the Ditto House, and here's something that I can actually show you that happens here, because we didn't touch it, but something that is known to happen is that there's a butt print that happens on a bed in the ladies' room all the time. I just videoed my checking in writing day number 4 video about an hour ago, and I posted it, and nobody has been in this room since I filmed that video, and Ernie and Denise weren't home, and if you can see, this was not here earlier, but this is what happens a lot here. This here is a butt print, as if somebody had sat on the bed with their legs like this and then would get up. We can straighten this and it'll be completely smooth, and at some other point someone will come in, and there's this. I watched my old video that I took about an hour ago and was able to pause it when I was in this room, and that was not there, and nobody has sat on this bed. There's no way that we can think of that would pull up like that. I know you probably can't see it that well in the video, but if you were here in person, it's very clearly what looks like when somebody sits. You can see the the leg would be here, leg would be here, and this would be when you go to get up, you push yourself up, and the fabric kind of pushes back. So it's one of the few things I can probably show you unless I catch something as it's happening. But it only happens on this bed and in this spot in the ladies' room. So do with it what you will. I just want to show you guys something. Hey everybody, day 5, writing inside the Ditto House, my new horror novel. And today had some unwriting cool things happen. I finally heard the giggling children. The nursery, which is that room there, is known to have the sound of giggling little kids come out of it. And at times they'll crawl into bed with you. And today I think I heard my first giggle. It matches the same giggle that a ghost hunting TV show company, what was the name of it?
Haunted Discoveries.
Haunted Discoveries. So look up Haunted Discoveries on YouTube, and they get the giggle, and I'm pretty sure it's the same one I heard today. We've set up 4 cameras in the house, in the 4 rooms that have the most amount of activity, that we can check in on our apps, and we've been checking in on them periodically. And we've heard some music in one of the rooms that we couldn't hear in real life. We can only hear it when we were watching the camera from the nursery. But the book is going great. I hit that point, if you are a writer, and you've heard this before, I hit the moment where the book starts writing itself. So it is easy, but the house is definitely ramping itself up. So I will check in tomorrow. Bye. Welcome to the murder room. This is where I've been staying for the 2 weeks that I'll be here writing this book in Kentucky's most haunted house. The murder room to me is kind of like 3D of Missouri State Penitentiary for anybody who's been there or have read my novel, These Walls Still Talk. 3D and the dungeon are what I talk about the most as being the scariest places. Well, the murder room and the nursery are my 2 places here, and yet this is where I'm sleeping. They call it the murder room because back in 1903, a card game went wrong with a traveling salesman and he was killed, and they think that his spirit still roams these halls. He makes a large part of my book, and this room particularly has a lot of scenes in it, in the book that I'm writing. So I wanted you guys to see it, and just so you know, you can book an overnight here at the Ditto House. There's still a couple weekends left. Reach out to Ernie or Denise Pack from Pac-Man Paranormal if you guys want to stay over in the Ditto House. They have lots of bedrooms. You can take your pick, do ghost investigations, and have a blast. All right, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. All right, we are day 7 of actually writing inside of Kentucky's most haunted house, the Ditto House. But this is day 10 of me being here. I did take Saturday and Sunday off. We had a guest come in for the weekend, so we did some sightseeing, some touristy things. It was awesome. Did some ghost hunting, got an opportunity to maneuver some of that. And then hit the writing again hard, and it's been flowing so good. We are coming up, shit is happening. We got Sasquatches, we've got ghosts, we've got murders, we've got Mrs. Pack, who's got a rifle in her hand right now, being taken away by a deputy. But I do want to say one quick thing. This little doll here is mine. I brought him from my house, and I've been telling the kids in the nursery, that's where I am, that they can play with him whenever they want. And yesterday, he's been sitting here for 8 days, and last night, Denise heard a thunk in the house, and we came home later and checked the room, and he was on the ground too far away from this to have just fallen over. So we think what we hear of the giggling children have started to come out and play, even though I'm here another week. And if I didn't tell you earlier in the last one, which I did, we did get a clip of the giggling children. So that's fun. And this is the nursery, and if I play this back and a hand or eyes are looking at me from under this bed, you won't get any more updates from me because I'll be on my way home to Virginia. So check in tomorrow, maybe. Today's update, it's storming out pretty bad. The house is pretty quiet today. And I'm coming into the home stretch of writing. Earlier we did hear a woman's voice whispering in what we call the ladies' room upstairs. and the REM pods were going crazy in the nursery. That's the room where they play with the toys and we hear giggling children. That lasted for about half an hour. And other than that, the house kind of let me write today. Turn the corner, coming into the start of what's going to be the big ending. And it's kind of nice having it raining outside. And I'm here for four more days writing. So got to wrap it up and get it done. See you guys tomorrow. Well, another day over writing at Kentucky's Most Haunted House. Only got a couple days left. Not too much happened in the house today, paranormal wise. It was kind of quiet. But as you know, there are the Bigfoot woods, Fort Duffield, around this area. So either tomorrow or Friday, I plan on going and writing a full day out at Fort Duffield. So I'll be reporting from out there. Maybe I'll take you for a little walk around and show you the woods where all the Sasquatch are seen. But getting close to the end of the book, moving right along. I'm only here for a few more days. Can't believe almost 2 weeks have gone by. But I have been keeping a diary like I did with These Walls Still Talk. So everything that's happened to me while I've been here is going to be at the back of the book, like in the Missouri State Penitentiary book. So I'll check in tomorrow. It'll be from the fort or be back in the house. But it'll either do the fort tomorrow or Friday. Definitely one of the 2 days though. What is up, party people? Coming to you from the staircase of the Ditto House. The reason why I'm doing this here is in case, we catch something going by me up there, because there's always a lot of activity at the top of these stairs. Also too, there's all these stones and rocks on the staircase. I don't know if you can see them, but back in the day, the kids who lived here in real life would play a game throwing rocks down the stairs and to see what stair the rock would land on. Maybe make a game who can go the furthest without it hitting the bottom. And one of the things that Ernie and Denise get here a lot is rocks, not the sound of rocks, but actual rocks coming down the staircase, something throwing them. So they collect the rocks and they leave them on the stairs for the little kids to play with. They also find rocks from outside, inside the house, left on couches, and they keep all of those, they collect them too. So that's one of the cool things that happen here. It's almost like the kids are in perpetual play of the rocks. Writing wise, I've slid into what's going to be the big climax, and so I'm moving along, hit some historic snags today about the house that I need to kind of go back and change, but that's fine, it's my job, I'll take care of that. This will probably be the last video I do from inside the house, because tomorrow I plan on going to Fort Duffield for the day and writing all day there and videoing out there, and that is the Sasquatch woods. So maybe we'll go Bigfoot hunting tomorrow in my video. Who knows? So I'm gonna watch this back and hopefully there isn't anybody behind me, because in this house, who the heck knows? Last but not least, they still have a few openings left in 2025 to book. If you want to stay here overnight, you can. You can stay in the murder room, you can stay in the nursery, you can stay in the ladies' room, the Riverview room. So contact Ernie and Denise Pack, that's their name. Find them on Facebook, or Pac-Man Paranormal if you want to stay in the house. And that's it. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. All right, I am not writing in the house today. I am writing about a mile down the road at a place called Fort Duffield. And this has one of the highest concentration of Bigfoot Sasquatch sightings in the country. So I'm out here all day writing right there, right there on the bench. And so thought, I've been out here a couple times now. This is my third time out here at the fort. I'm gonna jump down, but these are the woods. They're interesting at night. This is the first time I've been out here in the daytime, but at night they're definitely get the sense that there is things out in these woods. And because my book that I'm writing here does involve Sasquatch as one of the characters, I've been coming out here and walking around. But this is the fort. It is pretty cool. is a memorial cemetery of Union soldiers that way, but I'm not gonna take you guys over there. But a lot of sightings of Union soldier ghostly apparitions, full apparitions of them in their uniform with their guns walking around out here, even in the daytime, you know. So there's reviews on like Yelp and, you know, TripAdvisor, where just normal everyday people come out here with their families and, you know, think that someone's out here reenacting part of the Civil War, and it turns out to be somebody that died a long time ago. Anyway, so this is the fort, and yeah, I'll almost done with the book, so, you know, they only have one more video left before I head home. All right, see you guys later, bye. All right, last day at the Ditto House. I've been here 2 weeks today. Got a new best friend over here. The book is done. Finished it about an hour and a half ago, and I'm packed up and ready to head home to Virginia. So now it's got to go through a second draft and then to my editors and all that good stuff. So we are looking at a early 2026 release. But from now, between now and then, you know, we'll do an official title release and then a cover reveal and all that stuff. But definitely some experiences being here, all of which you will be able to read about at the back of the book in my diary. And I want to thank the PAX for letting me be here. And you can also book an overnight here at the Ditto House and do your own ghost hunting, or just sit around and let it happen, because sometimes you just sit here and crap happens to you. But yeah, it is book 2 of the Get Haunted Tale series is in the can, and heading home now. See you guys later. Thank you. Bye. Coming to you again from the Ditto House, and here's something that I can actually show you that happens here, because we didn't touch it. But something that is known to happen is that there's a butt print that happens on a bed in the ladies' room all the time. I just videoed my checking in writing day number 4 video about an hour ago, and I posted it, and nobody has been in this room since I filmed that video. And Ernie and Denise weren't home, and if you can see, this was not here earlier, but this is what happens a lot here. This here is a butt print, as if somebody had sat on the bed with their legs like this and then would get up. We can straighten this and it'll be completely smooth, and at some other point someone will come in, and there's this. I watched my old video that I took about an hour ago and was able to pause it when I was in this room, and that was not there, and nobody has sat on this bed. There's no way that we can think of that would pull up like that. I know you probably can't see it that well in the video, but if you were here in person, it's very clearly what looks like when somebody sits. You can see the leg would be here, leg would be here, and this would be when you go to get up, you know, you push yourself up and the fabric kind of pushes back. So it's one of the few things I can probably show you unless I catch something as it's happening. But it only happens on this bed and in this spot in the ladies' room. So do with it what you will. I just want to show you guys something.
Ready?
All right, Denise, go ahead. Tell me the story of what you just found.
I was making the bed earlier and heard something kind of weird in the corner. It sounded like a mouse or something. We don't normally have those. And I look over and I see underneath my baseboard this, which it was all wadded up into one little like fold. And I saw like this starting to slide out, and it came out about that far. So I looked down and I was confused, and I grabbed it and I pulled it, and a wad of paper came out.
And it's newspaper.
It's newspaper.
From when?
I found one date. I tried to look through it. I found one date. Archie comics are on it. And I found one date that said 1950.
And that just appeared out of your baseboard this morning.
Yeah, while I was making my bed.
Yeah. So welcome to the Ditto House. And this stuff is just normal.
Yes.